As a young man, I got a head coaching job just after my 23rd birthday. And when I got that head coaching job at 23, you don't get jobs at 23 if the job's already good. You get the jobs nobody wants. And I got that job. Nobody wanted it, so I got it. And it was okay. And I was so excited to be a head coach. And when I was a young man, my best friend, John Rambo, was getting married. And I go out to his wedding. And I mean, guys, I'm 23, I'm in another state, I'm in the peak of fitness, a young bridesmaid, I am ready to go, man. And I get to the wedding, and someone says to me, hey, John's grandfather was the winningest football coach in North Carolina. And he's like this Southern gentleman. He was like something unheard of, like 55-0-1, and then became an AD and stopped coaching. He's a great old Southern gentleman. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm going to be doing my thing, chasing girls, having a great time. And John's grandpapa came up to me and he said, young man, he goes, I don't know if you know this, but I was a football coach once too. And I said, I knew that. And he goes, sometime before we leave tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the WANA system and how you defend the WANA system. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what the hell the WANA system is. He goes, they call it the single wing now. And he says, I'm going to help you defend the single wing. And so before I went out and hung out with all the girls and everything, Grandpa Rambo and I'm not sure it was his mom's maiden name, so he's teaching me the finer points of defending the single wing. And I did it on bar napkins, and I put it in a Ziploc bag. I had like 50 napkins. And what happened was I put that in a file cabinet, and I threw it in my file cabinet, and I didn't see the single wing from 1988 to 2013. And lo and behold, in 2014, I saw the single wing twice. And what it did is it gave me a foundation to start to defend this niche offense. And we were pretty good. And we were pretty good because of the starting point I got from Grandpa Rambo. So I'm going to take a couple niche offenses today, and I'm going to talk about those, and I'm going to give you some starting points on how to defend it. And I got a lot of film put up on the new system site, and you're going to love it because I got tons of film. So let's talk about this. Double wing. Double wing can be a pain in the... So we have some things we want to talk about. Number one is you never get outflanked. That's your first starting point. Number two, play too high unless they prove they can pass. Use an extra player from your secondaries, a linebacker or a nose. Load the box. Adjust with motion with your free safety. All right. If you're playing with a nose, bump your backers. All right. I think you got to create points on the river with your D-line and let your linebackers play downhill. And you got to tell your kids you got to compete and play that physical challenge. People line up in two tight ends and two wings for one reason. They can. And they want to bludgeon you. You got to tell your kids it's that type of a night. So here we are. First round of the playoffs. Double wing. My kid's not going to get outflanked. He's 1 yard outside the wing. He's 1 yard outside the wing. I got an extra backer in the game playing at free safety. My corners are both in read support. They are playing what is known as wing kill. My free safety is in the hawk alignment. Wing kill means this. You block down, I'm spilling it. You come to arc me, I'm making a point. We start with base defense and put a free safety at hawk. I actually brought in an extra linebacker who could play free safety if we needed him. And there's your alignment. There's your alignment. You can play your backers in C-splits now with great width because your free safety is your extra linebacker. Let's take a look. It's outstanding. New photo of that. I can't, man, it's an in-zone copy it's so beautiful. Okay? So if this kid comes in motion, we're going to take our wolf and we're going to stack. We're going to bump. And I'm going to slide my free safety. Because what has happened now is my free safety can key the tight end instead of reading it like a linebacker. Let's take a look at some film from this year. So here we go. Okay. I think we're going to get speed sweep. I'm not sure. There's the arc block. We make the point. They run the ball internally, and we jam it up. Pretty good. I'm going to take that all day. I'm going to take that all day. Okay, here they go again. He has to cut it back. Why has he got to cut back the speed sweep? Because my kid supported it properly and was a rock in the river. Couldn't cross his face. Okay, here we go. All right, this time they got 3 in the backfield. We're going to treat it the same way. And they run wide with quarterback keep. My corner's downhill on read support because the tight end blocked down. Double wing, we're in wing kill. We're in wing kill, we're in hawk alignment. And they run counter. And my fold player on the backside is disciplined and staying on. This is a good football team. I don't know if you noticed, but they're freaking huge. I am not. Look at my team. 5'9", 5'10", 4'1", 6'1", 5'9", 6'3". Look at these dudes. They're huge. 79's got his own zip code. Why are they running this stuff? Because they can. It's going to be physical. Now, a couple things you can do. We like to run field torpedo. And here's what happens. You run torpedo just like we did before. You bring him right across the face of the tight end. When he comes down, the free safety replaces him. All right? If this guy comes in motion, we run it. If this guy comes in motion, this guy comes out, and the free safety comes back to home base and bumps over. What that does, that means if this guy's coming in motion, our line's going in that direction, but my backer is not wasted from the backside as we fold with the bear. All right? It is outstanding. It is outstanding. All right? If motion away from the blitz, the backer and the free safety retrace to original alignments. Let's watch some film playing some. These are more 2 tight end, full house T-type teams. Okay, but I have great film on it, so I'm showing. Okay, we play it the exact same way we play hawk. They're trying to hide the hoagie, and the hoagie is taken care of. All right, now, let's see what else we got here. I think we got a double edge stunt running psycho off this, coming off the edge. Pretty good. That's how we handle the big personnel groups. Sometimes you don't have an extra linebacker. You got to play half dollar. Use your best people. If dime is small, half dollar is big. All right? If your strength is lineman, use them. Use them. Put them here and then play double eagle. Play double eagle. Play double eagle. And put your backers in C-splits. Read support with these kids. You can run the angle stunt. You can run the angle stunt. Okay, align with the stud and the will, stripe on stripe. With the tight end, the entire front slants with the motion. Okay, he comes in motion. Everybody on our line goes right, and away we go. And away we go. That's kind of a half dollar only thing. That's kind of a half dollar only thing. And it's a really good deal. It's a really good deal. All right? See what else I got here at half dollar. Here we go. I got some half dollar. I got my guy in there. Double eagle. I'm going double A stunt, I think. Tackle for a loss. Tackle for a loss. All I want to do is get you an idea on how to play these people. What am I looking to do? They're lining up with big people. I'm not going to play all small people. I'm not going to play all small people. Okay? I'm in double eagle. I'm bringing a double stunt. They get a half yard. All right? It's going to be a physical battle. That's our starting point. All right, let's talk about double slot, triple option. The next offense we'll talk about in the niche things. Okay, here's what I'll tell you. You play good option people, they have seen it all. Okay? I was an option guy for a long time. Guess what? It's changing. It's changing. What scares me right now? Midline triple. You know what scares me right now? That zone play they run. Okay? But when you play triple option, people, double slot, most triple guys have seen it all. There's no magic potion. You better be good fundamentally. All right? The triple is a beautiful play. It's beautiful. But they don't beat you with that. They beat you with counter and play action. And here's our starting point. If you're a defensive end and you have the one technique tackle with it, you always have to play the dive. If you're the defensive end with the three technique, you may play the dive. We always put our end on the dive. All right? If you are playing double slot, you have to have a quarterback player inside that slot load block and outside that slot load block. We want to slow play the edges to buy time for our alley runners. When we key our slots, the slot rules are as such. If they arc, create a point. If they release vertically, slow play. If they insert, stack the end and get ready to insert. And if they flow away, counter bootleg reverse. All right? If they come and insert, you attack them and spill it. There are zone pressures that are good, and we got a little specialty, we give you a 60 bomb. That's your starting point, okay? So let's take a look. We line up in 51, just in case they run 4 verticals off the snap. All right, when they come in motion, we spin to cover 5. If they motion away from this free safety, we spin to 5, and everybody bumps a little bit. All right? We can set the tackles, set them to the field, and then we can move them. We move them with an angle call. All right? Well, once again, if you're the defensive end with a 3 technique, you can take the quarterback. We always put him on the quarterback. We put him on the quarterback, so we take away the dive. If the defensive end is with the 1 technique, he always has to take the quarterback. So here we are. This defensive end can take the quarterback. We're going to put him on it. This defensive end has to play the quarterback. All right? That's just how it goes, man. If not, you're going to give up big plays. You got to have a quarterback player inside and outside the load block. What's that mean? Well, when we get triple action and this backer comes off, this tailback comes down, and we take the dive, my backer is going to get his heels on the line of scrimmage, just outside the hip of that defensive end. What that does is this. That doesn't allow the quarterback to dunk and dink us. And number 2, it lets us get our heels on the line of scrimmage. And if that slot's assigned to block the backer, he's going to block him on the line of scrimmage. And then my free safety sees the block, and he can become the alley player, and he's the free hitter for the quarterback. My spur will slow play. If they slip it, meaning they put him up on the free safety, then my backer is responsible for the quarterback as we slow play to the pitch. We have it defended both ways. Over here, the quarterback would take the ball, and he would be tackled by the free safety if he read it right. Over here, the quarterback would take the ball, and he would be tackled by the backer if he reads it correctly. The key of the slot, if he arcs, I make a point. I'm a rock in the river. If he releases vertically, I slow play. If he inserts, I insert. If he goes away, I play counter. This is what I mean by a rock in the river. If he arcs, I'm up. Do we see that in triple option? Not a ton anymore. But you know where we do see it? Rocket. Rocket. Sometimes in triple. If he releases inside, we're going to take a step back, we're going to extend our arm and legs, and we're going to stay in the quarterback's path as long as we can to play pitch. The problem our kids had, they didn't take the step back this year. We didn't play it as clean. If he inserts, I stack and I get ready to insert with him. Let's watch some film, man. Here we go. Triple option. My spur's going to jack this up on one of these. There's a little movement for you. Here's your action. There's the dive. See? He's getting depth. He keeps the ball. He gets tackled. Here's 3rd and 5. Oh, Jeff is pissed. He's pissed. We had it defended. Should have been better. Here we go. We move. After they make the call. Oh, big time. Ooh, our whole sideline made that sound. You look like idiots. Here we go. He takes a dive. See how he comes upfield? He's not in the quarterback's path. That's poor. See, he's so angry right now. He's on the field because he didn't do his assignment. All right? You work your ass off on that. Your kids don't do what their coach do. You have problems. Okay? So here we go again. Here we go again. Here's a dive. Now he's slow playing, and he's better. He's better. Got to get your heels on the line of scrimmage. You've got to get your heels on the line of scrimmage as a linebacker. The end takes the dive. Linebacker plays as a quarterback. Here we go. Dive, slow play, and we do such a good job at slow play, and we get them from the backside. We get them from the backside. Here we go. Dive. Our backer never made it to the side. He gets blocked. Not our best play. Now, this team's a little bit better. Okay? This team's a little bit better. We're a little banged up. We're not as good this week. Okay? They blocked the backer. Free safety's a little slow. Still very well defended. This right here is like textbook. Come down, Spur. Come down, Spur. Dive. Quarterback. Pitch. That's how you want to defend the triple. Okay, here we go. A little bit different type of action. A little false motion the next year. False motion, dive, quarterback, fumble. Love it. Love it. Okay, moving ahead. Okay, now they're going to give it to us out of trips. The principles are the same. They're going to bring him in motion. They're going to hold my guy here because he's becoming a rock in the river, and, well, he can't get blocked. Once you're there, you can't hold on to him. It's perfectly defended. Perfectly defended. Okay, it is outstanding. Dive, quarterback, extra players. Okay, here we go. Defending the midline. All right, here's the thoughts on the midline. If you're not fundamentally sound on defending the midline, and you're giving up chunks early, you're going to get killed as the night goes on because it gets worse. Fundamentals are always the key to your success. In the midline, you got to stop the direction of the ball not once but twice. Once on the dive and once on the quarterback duck. When that cut happens, you got to front the cut and pursue and pursue. So here's what happens. As we run the play, the quarterback comes off the midline. The fullback's right down the middle. The guard veer blocks, and my tackle's got to get his shoulder across and tackle the dive. We get false motion, so we're sitting in the stack. He comes to insert. When we take the dive, the direction of the ball changes with the quarterback. When he inserts, we play this guy like ISO. We get across the line of scrimmage. We play it with our outside shoulder. As that happens, the quarterback starts the bump. He runs the hump. The stud is a C-gap defender. If he ducks in, the bear comes in and makes the tackle. If he widens, the bear and the stud will pursue. Okay? Right there, the backer reads window open, and he attacks it with his outside shoulder. The spur inserts, the stud has to hold the point. He cannot get reach or expanded, and there's our insert. I love it. Another thing we do is we run something called bomb. We line our kids up in a 60, and we just play regular cover 5. And what happens is if this guy goes in motion, we bring the backer with him. And then we take our tackle and we spark it at the eye hole of the center. Why do we do that? Well, if they run triple, that guard's going to come down really hard and we might chase it from the backside. But if they run midline, he's in the backfield taking the handoff, okay, because it's unbelievable, okay? And that's a really good scheme for us, and I really like it. We don't use it much, but we do use it. I think we got a bomber coming on this play. There's the bomber from the backside, and he is in on the play, okay? In the old days, man, we used to bomb all the time. Okay, we used to play one option team that was very good, and we had to invent stuff. Okay. Let's see what we got here. See if I got a good cut. See if this is a bomb. It's 3x1, so I'm a little concerned it's not. Sometimes I edit wrong, but I'll tell you what, the new editing stuff is perfect. I had a ton of time during the quarantine, so you gotta get in there. There's a bomb. Perfect. Okay? Now, 32 personnel, I talked about it a little bit earlier, and other ways to stop the run. Stop the run versus 32 personnel by using Hawk or the extra backer. All right? We talked about this. Why are they going to do this? They can. They're good. They're physical. They're bigger than you. Okay? They use 2 tight end, 3 backs. It creates an extra hole in your gap. Their 3 tailbacks, running backs, are like 230 pounds. All right? When they throw play action, they usually do it for TDs. For them, it's not about X's and the O's. It's their Billies and the Joes. Okay? If they're big, we got to be big too. Use your extra man to reinforce the structural weakness of your defense. Outnumber them at that point of attack. Attack their tendencies and force them to throw the ball. So here we are in Hawk. I showed it to you earlier. We have an extra backer playing up 5 yards over the front tip of the ball. He is reading the guard. Our 2 backers are in C-split. It's about 2.5, 3 yards deep. We're in up alignment and read support on both sides. We set our tackles to the field. And fellas, here is the extra gap. Here is the extra gap. Take a look. Okay? Take a look. Here is the extra gap. All right? My extra linebacker will play diagonally down both sides. Down both sides. And he is excellent. He is excellent. Both ends will play 7 techniques, and the spur in the corners will be in read support. And the spur in the corner will be in read support. You can zone pressure. If you use 5-man, you take it, you bring your backer, you spark, let your other kid make the trip. It changes the structural weaknesses of your defense. All right? I like it. We do a lot of it when we play a team that's doing this stuff. I think what happens on defense, is sometimes you just don't know where to go if you see a niche offense. And it was my hope with those 3 niche offenses, the double wing, the triple option, and the full house T. I've given you a place to start. I have a lot of film in the new system that's been rewritten, and I can help you out if you have that. I appreciate talking to you. Have a great day. Thank you very much.